Welcome guys, welcome to a new video of me, Crypto Michael, your daily TA video content on YouTube. If you are a new watcher, please subscribe to the channel. I'm providing daily videos on TA, setups, educational content and whatnot regarding the crypto markets, equity markets and more. Today we're going to discuss Ethereum, we're going to discuss Chainlink, we're going to discuss Ontology, and we're going to discuss a smaller coin called Sealer Network. Why am I discussing these coins? Well, we have witnessed that Bitcoin is doing relatively well. It's pushed up towards 9.8, consolidating right now in a new range, through which that new range opens the gate for majors to start moving heavily. And recently we've seen that DeFi is doing absolutely wonderful. And when DeFi is doing wonderful, you expect Ethereum, the big coin surrounding DeFi and the altcoins, to move as well. And when Ethereum starts to move, Ethereum can move significantly, and if Ethereum moves, altcoins will move. So regarding that, we are going to discuss Ethereum, larger time frame, smaller time frame, and then we are hopping towards other coins like Chainlink and Ontology. And then we are finishing off with Sealer. First, as you can see, we are discussing the higher time frame Ethereum right here, in which we are actually at the same pace as we are at the beginning of 2017 or at the beginning of 2016. I'm not going to say that we're going to make a moon candle towards all-time high in one go, as that doesn't seem very likely in this regard. But I do expect Ethereum to make a substantial rally, given that I'm seeing significant TA indications and I'm seeing the whole sentiment switching around Ethereum. If you didn't see any of the videos yet, check it out on my YouTube channel. I've been discussing Ether for since it was like 180 already. And I'm sticking to the view that we might see Ethereum rally towards $500 in the coming months. Alright, so then the TA perspective on Ethereum, in which we can see that we are above the 100-day and 200-day MA, which is usually a bullish indication. During the bear market, you can see that we dropped below these two and made a bearish wick over here. Since then, we have been dropping below. After that, we have seen a new substantial rally upwards, which is actually a pre-test of the previous support, which was untested. And after that we drop below again to just continue this whole accumulation perspective. As you can see that this is just an accumulation range. Similarly to the levels we have got here, that's basically accumulation range before we are continuing the upwards trend. In this case we have seen that we have tested the resistance again. After that we liquidated everybody below the low, and since then we are actually in bull mode as we are making higher lows and support resistance flips. We're going to the in-depth part in a little bit. What is significant here is that we have been testing this resistance area for quite some time now. And now, given this structure, which is significantly different from any of the previous structures, yes, you could agree that it's looking a lot like this move over here, but this is already an impulse wave, and we tested a previous support for the first time. In which this is a parabolic without any actual volume, which was due for a correction. However, the correction was larger than everybody expected, obviously. And in this structure, we're just trending upwards, flipping levels, consolidating, showing strength while there's a decrease in volume. Why is that last part significant? It's significant given that it's assumable that when we break above the resistance, the volume will come. And it's less likely that, given the structure we have, including the TA indications, that due to this build-up we get the volume downwards again. Obviously, if we lose the 100-day and 200-day MA, it's going to be disruptive for the markets and we could be testing the lows again. But given that we have seen such a big liquidation downwards, it's less likely that we come back down there again and we're going to take the liquidity above the highs. And given that we have tested this resistance zone for around 4 times already, it seems likely that the next breakout is causing a breakout significantly towards the next resistance zone, in which we can target $500 first. Similarly to the previous period we have had here, in which we have seen compression and after that a breakout above the resistance and continuation upwards. I'm not assuming we're going to see such an explosive rally in one go. I think we're going to see the rally in a longer perspective or longer time frame. But I think we are at the beginning of the bull market, in which it does seem likely that we're going to break through the resistance. If we see the Binance chart, we can see that there's an increase in volume in this recent period while it's decreasing in the upwards modus. So there is actual acceleration coming up. In the current structure, I'm assuming we're going to see that towards the upwards modus rather than downwards modus, especially given that we are above the 100-day and 200-day MA. So what we see on the daily time frame here is that we're constantly flipping levels, which is significant. We are testing the previous resistance at 250. We couldn't break through it. We have tested the previous high for support, which confirmed as support, which makes this a nice range period. Similarly to this block over here, and over here we've got the exact same figure. So where are we getting our resistance levels? We're getting our resistance levels based on the previous highs, through which this is the first resistance level between 350 and 370. I'm not assuming that the 290 level is going to be such a significant resistance, as we have been testing that only once, and there's not many reference points to this one, but we can be consolidating a little bit. If we clearly break above 250, I'm assuming we're going to break above 280, and then this is the next resistance zone. If we break above this resistance zone, it seems likely that we're even getting a rally towards $500 as the next resistance level. So based on historical price action, I'm assuming that we are in bull territory, as we have flipped this level similarly to the level we've seen here. And right now we're just consolidating after the strong bullish daily engulfing candle. Another tap of the resistance would make it acceleration period. And then the next question comes if we hold to 46. If we do and we tap this one, I'm assuming the next rally will bring us towards 375 through 395 and further up. That would also be aligning with the new bullish structure, in which we make a new higher high. So if we retrace towards the 100-day and 200-day MA, that higher low you really want to get, as the acceleration will start to increase every wave. Ethereum, Bitcoin, still heavy compression. We have discussed this. Once we take this resistance zone, which is basically between 2.4 and 2.6, if we break that, I'm assuming we're going to rally towards 0.4. Not much further to say. If we drop down, I'm assuming we might be testing the 2.3 level. If we do, that will be a nice long entry. Still nice build up, nice compression. The flip side of this area here, and now if we break resistance, it seems likely we're going to break towards the next resistance. Then we got Chainlink, which is showing strength and it's following the plan. There were some bearish arguments in which losing this level would definitely argue that we're going to drop further down. We actually held nice daily candle, buyer's pressure, flipping the 416 level here and currently breaking the all-time high. Which, if we make a flip of the previous support level, which can be defined at 432, so if you want to get an entry, I'm assuming that this is not your entry, but around 432 to 428 could be an entry. If we continue rallying from there and hold this level, we can arguably state that we're going to see new all-time highs, and then we are in price discovery, which makes it kind of hard to make any targets. But based on the Fibonacci extension from the previous one, we can determine that there is a level at 523 and 621 I'm targeting. If we take this, the whole impulse wave, we can actually target 665 first. These are two levels that I'm, or at least the range that I'm going to be targeting for Chainlink. So 432 is a level that you should be watching. Similarly to the BTC chart, as you can see, still trending upwards, in which there are constant higher lows, support resistance flips, currently testing the highs. Preferably you want to see the 46,000 level to 45,000 level hold as support. If we do, we got a nice compression again, and then the next break into the upwards modus would be a significant rally. So in this regard, you could be stating that we are actually at this period here, in which a previous retest at 45 to 46 would grant a nice entry, and then we can start accelerating upwards, and then we might even get towards the new trend line, which is probably getting us towards 70k sets. If we lose the 45k level, 44k level, we might be ending this trend, and then you are chasing the previous highs, which is around 35 for the potential level. Then we have been discussing Ontology, which is starting to wake up. We broke above the range high, as we can see here. Similar conclusion as on Chainlink. There's also FA lining up with Ontology with actually at the end of this month. If we hold above 620 to 640 sets, that's a nice SR flip. Taking that SR flip would bring us towards probably 825 as the next major resistance zone, and might be even pushing towards 900. Losing 620 to 630 sets, and I'm going to assume we drop below this, and then this whole breakout is a fake out, and I'm assuming we're going to test the lows. Ontology USDT, similar, nice upward structure, flipping levels. We have flipped the range low at 52 for support, and now we're going to do the exact same thing with 59 to 62. If we do, the next breaker upwards would likely bring us towards the resistance around 80, between 76 and 80, and might bring us towards the next resistance at 95 towards $1. Most likely, given the increase in volume and volume precedes price, I'm assuming we're going to take this high and rally towards 166 in the coming period, just like Cardano has been doing. Then finally, Sealer Network, which is aligned with Chainlink a lot. Currently in the similar structure as Ontology, although it's a little bit further. You don't want to see it lose 0.0316. I'm assuming we will hold. In that regard, I'm assuming we might even test at the 3.5. If we do test 3.5 and start to grind up, I'm assuming we're going to break this resistance and get an acceleration candle just like Elrond did, as we have been tapping this resistance quite some time. And then the next target zone can be defined at almost a cent, or probably a cent, which is still 2.5x from here. Sealer BTC is above the 100-day and 200-day MA. You don't want to see it lose 35 to 37 sets. If it does hold, the next breaker will likely bring us towards 72 sets. So that's a short video on TA perspectives on these 4 coins. If you have enjoyed this video and you like the buy coming by, please subscribe to the channel. I'm providing daily TA videos. Please reply beneath. I'm always looking for feedback to improve my channel, or just my TA. If you like it, also like beneath, and follow me on Twitter or subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day.